G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the west side of the map, we've got Hera, who is playing as the Rus. Gonna be opening us up with a scout opening, it looks like, and heading up towards the north with his first one. On the other side of the map, we've got the Muslim, who is currently playing the Holy Roman Empire as the color red, opening us up with a prelate, and going to be sending his scout up towards the north. Now, this map, of course, is Ancient Spires. Sometimes you get weird spawns, sometimes you get standard spawns. Looks like we may have had a little bit of a weird spawn, so let's take a look down towards the south as we inspect the shape of this lake, and I tell you what, it's starting to look a little bit familiar. Now, interestingly, there is one deep water fish that has spawned in here. Up towards the north, there is another lake that has spawned, or pond, I guess, with another deep water fish, and then a couple of curious little ones around here. But primarily, there are two. So essentially, I would say it's pretty even. The Muslim with the one and Hera with the other. So not too bad at all of an opening for either players. So good map spawns at this point in time. Double scout opening for Hera, heading up towards this position. Both of these guys going out in the same direction. Not something that you always see. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this game goes, because for anybody who's unfamiliar with either of these players, incredibly talented players. The Muslim in particular, he is going through to Berlin, so he has secured his seat at N4C, the $100,000 Age of Empires 4 tournament. And actually got a villager doing a bit of a loop-de-loop out here in the middle of the map, going to actually find this watering hole, I guess you could say, managing to move the villager down towards it. He's going to have to find a spot to drop his dock. But now moving closer and closer towards that deep sea fish. I'm sure he'll spot it out eventually. It is a little bit far away, to be honest. It's probably just better to go off these ones to start with. But he's going to be playing at N4C, so I'm going to leave a link in the description to N4C. I want you guys to check that out. It's very important to me, and part of the reason why it's so important for me for you guys to go and check that out is because I'm going to be casting there. I'm going to be down on the ground by the time this one comes up on YouTube. I'm going to actually be in Berlin. In fact, I'll have you guys know that I actually leave for Berlin right now. Not right now, but I'll be going in 15 hours. I'll actually be flying to Berlin. So by the time you guys watch this, it'll be long gone. I'll be well and truly gone, flying into Berlin, touchdown, all that sort of good stuff. I'll probably even be live on Twitch right now, so make sure you go head out over to the link. But I mean, we can talk a little bit more about how this game is going to be going. To Muslim, obviously playing the Holy Roman Empire. A civilization that, in my opinion, is moving up the ranks very, very quickly. These guys are one patch away from being S tier, in my opinion. The part of the reason is just because of the power of their third age and fourth age landmarks. So these two landmarks obviously really drive the power of that civilization. But now look at this beautiful dock coming out from Hera. Oh my lord, have you ever seen something as beautiful as this? I feel like that is a thumbnail, like the most amazing dock in the world. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Very well played right there, Hera. Oh my god, I can't believe that. The way it's sitting out there, what do you even call that? It's like a peninsula, I think it is, right? Like sits on the peninsula. I mean, I assume a peninsula is probably a little bit bigger, but in general terms, you could probably call that. I just realized. Look at the. Take a look at the. Take a look at the shape of the lake down here. I mean, it's pretty close, isn't it? Like it's basically a boulder bay. Yeah, that is an interest. It's even got the little divot at the bottom. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. You wait till Hera finds out. He's going to be having a great time. But speaking of great time, Hera, still yet to add in that what's it called? You guys know what I'm talking about. The hunting cabin. He's playing as the Rus. Obviously, you can see he's working towards that bounty. He's got plenty of sheep following him at the moment. He's picked up another one and continuing to work down those hunts. He's actually spotted out a few. Actually, I take it back. He never actually killed the hunt of his enemy. Maybe he forgot he was playing the Rus. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. Now, Rus typically not a particularly strong civilization on this map, so I'm curious to see what Hera is going to be able to do with it, how the Muslim is going to be countering the playstyle, but the Muslim on the other side of the map still yet to really age up. I want to do a quick assessment when it comes to relics, so... Oh, I feel like Mr. Burns right there, like... I don't know where that's from. I just know it's Mr. Burns because... All right, let's do a relic count so you can see there's one for Hera. It looks like two for Hera. This one is quite close to Hera's base as well. And then it looks like this one's quite central, if I'm going to be honest. Probably a little bit further away. And then this one definitely going to be going over to the Muslim. And then this one's kind of the odd one out. I mean, it's definitely closer to Hera, but it's a bit of a weird one. So I feel like at this point in time, Hera's probably got the advantage when it comes to the relics, just because he's got closer relics, and he also the further ones away, or the ones that are further away, are also more advantageous for him, and that's a pretty big thing when you think about it. He's going to be going up against the Holy Roman Empire. These guys are going to be fighting over the relics. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we call this the Relic Wars, because I suspect that's exactly what both players are going to be looking to do. If we take a look at Hera, you can see he's going for the pretty standard opening here as the Rus. Obviously adding in a lot of fishing boats, so sitting on 7 fishing boats at the moment, and a villager out here gathering that up. But behind this, I mean, he's going to have the Golden Gate working away. Probably going to be selling out all that extra wood he's got stacked up there. Maybe even keeping it and looking to just sell the food. He will have so much damn food. Now, Hera going to be finding a villager out over towards this east side of the map. Going to be looking to pick it up as well. He manages to get up about 539. No need to rush that landmark up. I think he only had about 4 or 5 villagers on that, so it's going to take its time. I think DeMuslim may potentially lose this villager. You can see it's going to go down. Indeed, it does. And now DeMuslim looking to drop down an Ark and Chapel. Beautiful Ark and Chapel. I say beautiful, but realistically, it's not the best. I mean, he hits it with the two wood lines, and that's ideally what he wants to be going for. He could have come back here. There's no way he could have popped this down in between this wood line here and the gold mine. So he's going to have to try and do what he can, probably even look to put a prelate out here, and in fact, that's exactly what he does. Second prelate now going to be coming out, jumping in that Ark and Chapel and looking to buff up all of these villages immediately. So he should, it's so close. Look at that. 1 tile down, and he would have had it perfectly for this corner, unfortunately. Now, these guys could all just move into that. Oh, it's exactly what he does. Yeah, very smart moves out there from DeMuslim. He's going to have to do that every 30 seconds, so that's the consequence of not doing that. Beautiful boat micro down here as well. Got each fishing boat has got its own separate little patch to gather from, so very, very cute. DeMuslim playing quite well at this stage in the game, but we head into this sort of transition period. Both players going to be looking to go up to Castle Age. You can see Hera gathering up more than 1,100 food at the moment, and also looking to go up. He's also got the stable up already. He's got a horseman out. I failed to see this, or at least DeMuslim's got the horseman out. He's going to be looking to just put in a bit of support here. Interestingly, this hunt has not been taken out by either player, despite both of them having spotted it. So this is quite a curious position. And speaking of hunts, look at this one right in the middle of the map. I think that's DeMuslim's spawn. Hera's got a great one down to the south, a very sort of safe one up towards the north as well. I wouldn't say very safe, but a safe one up towards the north. And going to be, this one's right in the middle, smack bang in the middle on top of a mountain. Knight going to be coming out, going up against that. Now, keep in mind, behind this, Hera's still looking towards that Castle Age. He's got 2 tickets saved up in here, so he's going to be able to trade out that food if he needs to. Now, one thing, I guess I will also address the elephant in the room, because by the time this goes up on YouTube, it's going to be some time. It's going to be a few weeks. As I said, I'll be well and truly in Germany, that sort of thing. Hera's not playing Age of Empires 4 anymore. In fact, he actually did... he did sign up to play in the qualifiers for N4C, but on the day of qualifying, he actually withdrew to personal reasons. Didn't really say exactly what was going on, but then it later revealed that he just wasn't, he kind of just lost his mojo, I think is probably the best way to say it. And I know that it sounds like I'm reducing it down or trying to talk it down, but really, it's hard to describe exactly what that means, but it's kind of like losing the passion for it. You don't have the interest that you once did, losing your mojo, because I'll be honest with you guys, I lost my mojo for playing Age of Empires. I still cast it, I still enjoy watching it, but playing it, I just find I get very frustrated. But my good news is my mojo has come back. I've been playing on the ladder quite a bit recently. I played some Holy Roman Empire, some Delhi. I've played some... what else have I played? I think I've just mainly been playing those 2 civilizations, Holy Roman Empire and Delhi. I've been enjoying it a lot. French as well. Loving the French. I coached up Chopper a whole bunch, and yeah, just really found my mojo again. So big shout out to Chop for that. But yeah, so Hera's not playing Age of Empires 4. He's not even playing Age of Empires 2 at the moment. You'd kind of be surprised with what he's playing. He's playing League of Legends. So if you're interested in watching League of Legends content, I'm going to leave a link in the description to Hera's page. Obviously, I'll leave a link in the description over to his opponent DeMuslim's page as well. But he's going to be doing AoE 4 content. I think doing a bit of SC2 content as well. But you can check that one out. But yeah, we'll focus back on the game now as DeMuslim continues to push away the Lancer or the Knight, the early Knight out from Hera. Hera up to the 3rd age, going up with that Abbey of the Trinity. Going to be looking to get out those warrior mocks sooner rather than later, you'd hope, and look to start contesting these relics out in the middle of the map, because by the same token, it looks like DeMuslim probably going to be thinking about getting up to the next age as well. We've got ourselves a little bit of a shenanigan happening. I apologize. I may have missed this down on the south side while I was sort of getting involved in my own brain, so apologies for that. Muslim actually managing to keep a couple of his fishing boats alive. You can see he's got 6 of them alive. Repels the attack from Hera. So very nice moves there from Hera. Not only getting up to the castle age, but actually putting on a bit of pressure on the water. But yeah, Muslim does actually manage to keep some of his fishing boats alive. Gets the galley out and now going to be looking to apply pressure potentially towards his opponent. Logia attack ship going to be coming out again here. But a beautiful mass already building for Muslim. He's going to be looking to go up into the castle age and see some upgrades on these bad boys. But still, you can actually see he's kind of struggling at this point to get up to the castle age. Hera has been able to do it very successfully. And largely going to be due to the huge food economy that he's got up in this northern pond that has gone unhindered. Whereas down towards the south, obviously, it's been quite some effort that has gone on down towards that position. Now Hera going to begin building in the knights. You can see he's got the upgrades for these boys. He's happy to take this fight. He says, you know what? These are castle age knights going up against your against your feudal age horsemen. Let's see who wins. It looks like at the moment the horsemen are still managing to get the surrounds off. You can see that the health on the knights, so it's just so hard to go through these guys. Horsemen going to be doing barely 5 damage, whereas the knight's going to be doing the full 24, and you can see them just eating them up completely. Another knight going to be coming in now, getting its charge off. You can see them just beating it completely, and Muslim definitely overestimating the power of the hand he was dealt, unfortunately, in this game. Still not a lot of villagers on food at the moment. Really wanted probably closer to around, you know, the 20, 22 villager mark on that food, but just hasn't found a real opportunity. A lot of villagers here on wood, almost overgathered up his gold at this position. There's no villagers on the berry patch, no villagers on the deer patch, and yeah, I mean, at this point in time, the Muslim definitely not looking in the best position, that is to say the least. He's sitting on 43 villagers at the moment, Hera on 47, but at the same time, Hera going to be looking to capture up these relics in the middle of the map. We'll see how he's going. You can see Abbey of the Trinity now going to have some of these warrior monks out. We'll head into the he'll take the fog of war off, and you can see he's out on the middle of the map already, waiting to pick up some of these relics. First warrior monk picking up the relics. Second warrior monk going to be coming to pick up this relic as well. So looking to take his opponent's relics before he takes his own. Very smart moves coming out from Hera. Hera continuing to siege down a house. Horsemen still coming out. I feel like Horsemen might not be the viable move here, and you can see that we've got the Muslim who's invested a lot of resources in getting Hera off this pond. And the question is, at what cost? And we're seeing this more and more. It almost feels like Hera went for a bit of a bait there. He's like, yeah, I'm going to shut you down on water, but the real killer is going to be when you invest more than 1,000 resources in taking me off the pond in the first place. Like, that's really where it comes in. Hera manages to actually survive on that pond, but I don't know whether he's going to be investing more resources. He actually looks to go to a demo ship instead, and now it looks like a bit of a raid going to be coming in for him. Hera looking absolutely all over Muslim in this game. Hera still sitting up in that age 3. Muslim yet to even bother aging up at this point in time. Now we continue to hear the sacred sites being taken as well behind this. Still a couple of relics out on the map, but obviously Muslim not going to be even able to contest that because he's not even in the second age, or in the third age rather. Hera on the other side of the map still got plenty of villagers on gold for whatever reason. Despite capturing all those relics and despite not really needing it, now looking to come in and trade with a few spears. You can see the villagers getting in there as well. Hera going to be trying his best. We'll take a look and see no upgrades really coming through at this point in time, but the spears doing their best to try and shut this down. But there's a huge mass now of knights that have come out, and I'm really starting to feel a little bit concerned for Muslim's position. We'll take a look from his perspective. Definitely no way he's looking to age up at the moment, not with all these units in his base. He's got the triple racks out. He's looking to try and get out as many spears as he can, but this is the problem with going spears up against knights. Until you reach that critical mass where you can actually defeat the knights in a fight, you are always at a risk of losing, and that's exactly what happens. We see this all the time with people up against the French players. When you make spears going up against French, it can be a very difficult situation because they can always outnumber you, and now we see that exact same thing happening with the Rus, leveraging that early age 2 advantage, that ability to build the knights. He gets a couple of them out, and now he's snowballed that amount into this continued mass that we see beginning to build. Enters onto the wood line. The Muslim looking incredibly tough at this point in time. He's trying his best. We can take a look and see he's sitting on 18 military. Only 16 right now for Hera, but you got to keep in mind all of his military. It's going to be those absolutely awesome knights. These guys are very strong pound-for-pound fighters. Only managing to have about... it sounds like we've just had some chat. Yep, that was good game getting called, ladies and gentlemen. Hera victorious, Muslim tapping out. Once again, fellas, if you're looking for League of Legends content, make sure you check out Hera. If you're looking for Age 4 content, make sure you check out Muslim or N4C. It's going to be live. It's going to be right now, so make sure you go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.